Well, exciting times. If you're a busy executive in CX or in CS, what are kind of key takeaways that you should be thinking about right now?
I'd say there's two things. The first one is while you've probably played with ChatGPT, you might have assumed that ChatGPT or large language models, GPT-3 or GPT-4, those models, you might assume that they're not able to be used in your business because you can't hook it up to your current data. It doesn't have, it's only public facing data. It doesn't have API access. And the answer is there's solutions for all those things. So I first encourage CX leaders to maybe expand their vision for what's possible beyond what they've seen so far with ChatGPT. And that means that they probably should be experimenting and getting smarter with this technology. So pick a use case, a part of the business, a routine inquiry that gets asked all the time, and try a large language model in that context and start to gain some of the benefit. Because you want to be able to ask the question when the CEO shows up and says, hey, what are we doing with ChatGPT? You can say, oh, we're running this experiment right now, and here's the results, as opposed to like, I don't think it works for customer service. And then the CEO says, well, actually, I saw something that it does. So right. Number one, I encourage everybody to start experimenting. Number two is don't build it yourself. And, I think sometimes people look at, well, ChatGPT is so easy to use. All I have to do is ask a question. Part of the value that we bring is the ability to harden and to tune the large language models so there's no risk of hallucination or wrong responses. And we've got a whole section of another video talking about the risks associated with AI. So check that out. That's one reason you shouldn't build yourself. The second reason is it's not just about the language understanding, it's also about hooking up internal systems and being able to, in certain situations, guide people down a directed path. And we have our automation studio that allows you to build complex automations like that. And then finally, understanding whether or not customers are getting the right answer and how many people are abandoning, how efficient is the bot, what types of things are not being answered by that automation. Those things all roll up into analytics, and that's a complex problem, especially in this new world. And we've invested a bunch of effort in solving how our existing Quiq Insights solution works with large language models. And so if you do it yourself, you're not going to have that level of insight. So there's a couple of reasons maybe that you don't want to try to experiment with yourself right away. You want to work with somebody like Quiq.
Those are great takeaways. Well, thanks, Mike. We'll see you in the next video.
Awesome. Thanks, Christian.